guys know what? We need to focus on our buying habits. I know not everyone has a decluttering problem. Most people have what they need, okay? But at the same time, I think that we should understand that things change. Life happens. Things might be the way they are today, but that does not necessarily mean that that's how it's going to stay. Sometimes things happen in life that cause you to all of a sudden have more things than you planned on having. It even happens without you even realizing it a lot of times. I am aware that not everyone has a home that has a lot of things in there that needs to go through the decluttering process at all. Some of us don't own that many stuff, but I also think that we should be careful with when we think that way or say that, because life happens, you know. Sometimes we find ourselves in situations in life that make us want to purchase certain things. But you know what, guys? We need to focus on our buying habits. You see, that's my thing. My technique, my secret to keeping my space decluttered. It's more about being a smart shopper and not because I like to look for bargains or cheap things. It's about being smart because I only want to really purchase things that truly benefit me and my family. That is because I know that everything has an end. I repeat, everything has an end. So everything you buy, you must understand that you or somebody else has to take responsibility for it. When we buy stuff, we only think about the romantic, the beautiful, the pretty, and all that stuff, the way it makes us feel. But we hardly ever think about the maintenance, the upkeep, the space that the things occupy, and what most of us really never think about. What we don't consider is what we're going to do with the item when it no longer serves us, when we no longer need it. Guess what? We must, because everything has an end. When you purchase something, you must think about what you're going to do with it when you no longer need it. Nothing, not a single thing lasts forever. The only thing that will ever be the same and never changes is God, the Most High. We hear so many organizing specialists focusing on throwing things away, getting rid of stuff, donating, trashing, and all these things. But to me, it doesn't always make sense. But at the same time, I believe we have way too much stuff. More things than we can honestly dispose of. Okay, way too much. Yes, I think it's necessary to declutter. And yes, I believe that we don't need most of what we own. It is even harder not to have too much if you live in the Western world. Well, that doesn't mean that clutter is completely a Western problem, but it is more spoken about in the Western society and is more discussed and is more visible in the Western societies. Why? Because Western societies consume a lot. We buy a lot of items, a lot of new items often, leading to an accumulation of things that can create clutter. Stuff everywhere. But why do we overbuy? Fast fashion, cheap culture, the trend of cheap clothing and goods that are used for a short period of time turn the clutter problem into an actual problem. Many Western societies also have large living spaces. We live in bigger rooms and that we don't have to share with that many people compared to other parts of the world. And because there is more space to store things, it leads to an accumulation of more items. Another terrible side effect is time. We don't have time. In today's busy world, many of us in Western societies struggle to find time to even be with each other. So how are we going to find time to organize and declutter our homes? It is a struggle. It's still important to say that clutter isn't found only in Western societies. I just need to add that information because I want to help you to be aware of what is really going on. I want you to declutter. Yes, I do. What you buy and what you have, all those beautiful stuff that you like. Yes, I want you to have them. And the other things that don't serve you, You have to find a solution for them. But be mindful, because it will benefit you a whole lot. It will benefit the whole environment, the whole world, because we cannot just be throwing things out just like that. It makes no sense. We must be mindful. So now I hope I was able to give you enough information here, or some kind of information here, and maybe a better understanding on what decluttering and organizing is really about. And if you like this video, please share it with a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and come back for a new video, because I'm planning on posting regularly. I will post regularly. I'm not planning, I am going to post regularly. Thank you for passing by, and have a nice week. See you next time. Bye bye.